Life is hard, a perpetual struggle that often doesn't feel worth the energy it takes to maintain. Every day bleeding into the next, a long-winded cycle of exhaustion and rejection, constant toil that in the end ceases to immediately seem like it had been for anything. The worst pains are always going to sting far worse than the highest highs feel pleasurable. When everything is going great, sure, we are happy about it, but in a sense, that's kind of what we envision for our lives. The high may be a high, but it doesn't necessarily feel so good that we're debilitated. But when things are going horribly and absolutely no aspect of your life is in check, it's truly devastating. A day where everything went wrong will always stick out to us far more than even the previous 10 days where everything went right. That's just human nature. This is why online spaces can so easily become a cesspool for negativity. Misery demands to be heard and jealousy amplifies it. But when negative content is the majority and always will be the majority, a new subset of the internet is confiding in a version of this. Hopecore.
Many people say you're their hero, but who's your hero?
Who's my hero? It's a great question. Well, I think my dad is my hero because he's someone that I look up to every day. And my dad.
My best friend Gus right here, he just went in there and shaved his head for me because all my hair fell out. This guy has no clue what this is meant to me. I love you, bro.
We're friends, man. I'm gonna always be there for you.
Hopecore is best defined as any content that takes an overall uplifting tone, or at the very least is about something positive. Deriving from the common internet practice of labeling some specific aesthetic by a defining adjective of it before core, this is an internet subculture that has been on an upward trend lately on platforms like TikTok and X. But why, when outrage content is much easier, more marketable, and will drive more engagement, why has this seen an uptick online? Well, that's actually precisely why. When negative content has become so abundant, uplifting sentiments will thus stand out. With the constant feed of doom-scrolling content that is the media equivalent to popcorn, people are actively searching out something else. There's actually science behind why Hopecore resonates so deeply. Studies show that positive content can reduce stress and improve mental health. Seeing acts of kindness and hope triggers the release of serotonin and oxytocin, the same chemicals linked to happiness and social bonding. People are looking for something new, a new online space that's actually uplifting, a place that isn't so mind-numbingly taxing, a place where positivity is at the center of its focus. Hopecore videos capture the moments that often go unnoticed, the undermined strength of our everyday people, the way just small acts of kindness can change someone's entire day. And I think, or at least hope, this is a bit more indicative of an actual global cultural shift away from pessimism, at least in some regard. As basic and as fundamental as it sounds, this still reigns true that what you put into your brain is what you're going to get out of it, and I think people are growing tired of these constant negative feedback loops and are looking for something unique. In a sea of media bleakness, when someone stumbles upon something actually more uplifting, it can provide a momentary escape for them, which in turn would actually make them more likely to like or share, which is driving a lot of this trend's popularity. There's also just a grassroots sea of supporters who want to push this style of content because it's good for people. Audiences are not just passive consumers, they can actively participate by creating their own content and further contributing to an ever-growing online archive of optimism. This community aspect of the trend makes Hopecore feel like it's more than just an aesthetic. It's a movement, a positive movement. I can speak for myself. Getting recommended a Hopecore video was what inspired this video's production. Sometimes a tiny sliver of optimism is all it takes to get the ball rolling on something bigger than that. But obviously, with anything that gains traction, it's going to come with an equal set of detractors and skeptics. There are many criticisms of this trend as being performative, overly optimistic, and content void of any real captivation or substance. Which is a fair point. Hopecore is pretty liminal in its approach, and content can seem very one-note and almost out of touch with the world around it. But I don't think this takes away from its core sentiment as just being a counterculture to the online ecosystem. As Hopecore at its core is just supposed to be hope. It's not about blind positivity, it's not trying to ignore apparent problems. What it's trying to do is be resilient to negativity. It's built from old movie monologues, grainy sunsets, the warmth of a late night conversation, fragments of humanity pieced together to say, hey, you're still here and that's enough.
It gets easier.
Huh?
Every day it gets a little easier.
Yeah?
But you gotta do it every day. That's the hard part.
We more than ever need hope in something, to just believe in even the possibility of a better tomorrow.
One day you're gonna wake up, eat your breakfast, brush your teeth, go about your business. And sooner or later, you're gonna realize you haven't thought about it. None of it. And that's the moment you realize you can forget. When you know that's possible, it all gets easier.
Even if you don't see them, there are people who care. People who are good and want to see the betterment of society as a whole. I'm glad Hopecore exists, and I'm happy to see trends like this one growing acclaim in the wake of so much mud. Small steps like these are all it takes to create a stronger, more supportive online community for everyone, and I hope to see more trends like this one in the near future. But yeah, that's about gonna wrap up the video, guys. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I know this is a pretty niche topic, but it's something I came across and I really just wanted to shine a light on because I think movements such as these ones should be pushed more by the online community. But this video was a lot of fun to make. I'm probably going to try to be uploading more often. I'm getting back into my video making process and it's been a lot of fun. So if you guys want to see anything that comes out from me in the future, remember to hit the bell. Being a smaller creator myself, that really does mean a lot. Sticking to the end means more than you guys could imagine, so I appreciate everyone who is still here now. But other than that, have a good one. Stay tuned for my next video. Peace.